We are live, back again.
We're back.
Sorry everybody for the lagging and everything. We're just gonna start the whole thing from the beginning. So I'm gonna start, people are in a different place. So even though it's not gonna start exactly like how we had it before. But all of the links are gonna be down below in the description box. I'm updating it right now while everyone starts talking about their channels. So make sure you go click on those if you haven't already subscribed to all of us. Ashley, we're starting with you because you are on my left.
Okay, my name's Ashley and I have the YouTube channel Ashley's Book World. I read pretty much like every genre, really. I like a lot of fantasy books. I have a whole bookshelf over there that's all fantasy. And I also get into romance moods where I read a lot of romance. So right now I'm technically reading some historical romance, and it's The Duchess and the Duchess Deal. And it's by Tessa Dare, who I'm loving. This is my first book by her, and I'm almost done with it. I was reading this last week. So if I finish on the call, I'm going to read her second book in the series called The Governess Game, or I might read The Highwayman by Kerrigan Bryn. And that one I saw on Jessica from Peace Love Books live romance chat last week, and it was recommended by the people on there, and I think she recommended it too, so I highly want to read this one.
Yeah, you said that you really are loving that Tessa Dare book, and
Yeah,
I guess I shouldn't judge books by their covers.
I love
It's
that.
hard though.
I love that
Especially not
cover.
romance.
Look, and look at
No,
my
it's so ugly.
so good.
I know. And Jessica will be like, "Oh my gosh, I love this book cover," and I'm like,
I do. So good. Oh, Jessica, I was watching your historical romance blog today, and you were like doing a book haul of all the historical romances you got. And I did cringe with some of those covers that you were showing us. You were, oh my gosh, this cover is so beautiful. And I was like,
Classic 90s. They're so good.
"They are classic '90s." I don't know if that means good.
I don't like anything 90s. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Jessica, you're actually next.
All right. Hi. I'm Jessica from Peace Love Books. I love romance, historicals, contemporary, anything really paranormal. And so I did just read 3 historical romances for a vlog that it's up on my channel. But I'm reading fantasy today. This has been on my TBR, and I've heard really good things about it. It's City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. Book 3 comes out soon, I think, so I wanted to try out book 1. And it's Middle Eastern inspired fantasy, so it's good so far. I am 30 pages in, and I'm enjoying it, so I'm excited to read more.
Cool. I think to help with the quality, let's everyone mute that isn't talking at the moment, to see if that helps, because somebody was saying in the comments to try that out. Molly, you're actually going to be next.
Unmute them. Hi, I'm Molly from Mind and Molly. I mainly do videos surrounding secret TBRs at the moment. I read predominantly fantasy and thrillers, and tonight I'm reading Salem's Lot by Stephen King, which is the second one of his published works. I'm actually buddy reading this with Kiera, so we're both reading this tonight. I'm really excited. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, though.
I want to read that this month too. I just bought it so I could read it this month, because I know Gabby's going to read it this month also.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, speaking of, in the last live show,
chance that this happens to be the next published.
sorry, I was going to say in the last live show and now in the comments, like everyone's asking where Gabby is, and it's just because she had to go back to work. So she actually has a live show tomorrow night, so you guys can go check out her live show tomorrow night. She's missing tonight. Gwen, you are next.
Hey, hi, I'm Gwen. I read thrillers, contemporary, romance, poetry, I don't know, that kind of stuff. Tonight I'm going to be reading The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter. This is my second Karen Slaughter book. It's a little bit slow at the moment. I'm only 82 pages in though. So yeah, I just started it like yesterday basically. So hoping to get further in this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited to
I mean,
see
I
what
gave
you
it
think
4
of
stars.
it.
It's not as good as Pretty Girls. Allie, you're next.
Yeah, I definitely liked Yeah, this is hard.
Hi, I'm Allie from Mrs. Dunn Reads. I like romance, thriller, suspense, contemporary, getting into fantasy, trying to. And tonight I am reading If You Only Knew by Perna Pickett because I am doing the Asian Readathon. So I'm only reading books by Asian authors this month. And this is about, it's a YA romance, contemporary romance. And it's about this girl who is the daughter of a cop and this boy who her father arrested, and now he's out and he vandalizes their house or something like that. And it's going to end up being their love story because so it's kind of taboo and they're not supposed to be in love, but they're going to fall in love anyway, kind of thing. I'm only 20 pages in, but I'm liking it so far, so we'll see.
Nice. Alex, you're next.
Hi, I'm Alex from the channel Hooked on Books. I read a pretty wide range of everything, a mix of YA and adult. My favorites are contemporary and fantasy. Tonight, I'm going to be trying to finish A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, which I was reading last week. I'm almost done with it, and if I do finish it, I'm going to start in on The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I don't read a ton of mystery thrillers. I do enjoy them, but they're not like my go-to, so I'm hoping this will kind of help me break up some of the other stuff I've been reading.
I'm reading that this month too, so I'm really excited, and I feel like everyone's been raving about it.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things.
I'm so jealous of you.
Sophia, you're next.
Still muted. No, I'm unmuted. Okay. I'm Sophia from the channel Sophia Reads, and I read a little bit of everything too, but I would say like adult fiction and mystery thriller is what I read most of the time. And I actually just started a book club and we're reading Clap When You Land for our first book. So I'll put the info in the description if you guys are interested. But tonight I am reading The Hound of the Baskervilles by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I have read this before. I adore it. It's like my cozy, happy read. So that's what I'm getting to tonight. I'm about like 40-ish pages into it. So can't wait to get into this one.
Alrighty, Crystal, you're next.
Hello, everyone. My name is Crystal, and I'm from Crystal Marie Books, is my channel. Tonight, I'm going to be reading The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I started this last night. It was part of my TBR for this month, and I'm obsessed with it so far. Just the way that this author writes an atmosphere is incredible. So that definitely drew me in. So I'm reading that tonight. But my channel mostly consists of horror, thrillers, a little bit of everything. I don't really, turn a book away. If it intrigues me, I read it. And that's just basically what I'm about.
Sorry, I'm like talking and I'm muted. Jess, you're next.
Sorry,
You're
I was
muted,
muted.
Jess.
Hi, my name is Jessie. Oh. Can y'all hear me? Hi, my name is Jessie, and my channel is Reading with Jess. I typically like to read thrillers, a little bit of romance if they're hard-hitting, and horror. I am going to be reading The Guest List as well by Lucy Foley. I've only read the first 2 chapters, so I'm not that far ahead, but I know this is getting a lot of praise and love. So I'm super excited to read this one. So.
Awesome. Thank you. Amy, you're next.
Hi, I'm Amy from Amy Reads. I read a lot of contemporary, romance, mystery thriller, magical realism, fabulous type stuff on my channel. And tonight I am reading, you can kind of see, Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert, which is the second in the Brown Sisters series. It's a sequel to Get a Life, Chloe Brown. And this one actually comes out on June 23rd. This is an arc that I'm reading, so I will let you guys know what I think of it.
Awesome. Emily, you're next.
Hey, my name is Emily and I'm from the channel A Little Writer M. I do bookish videos and I read like contemporaries and thrillers and memoirs and YA and romance mainly. And then I also do writing videos, and this week I'm going to be reading Heartless by Marissa Meyer because I've been slowly getting my way through all of Marissa Meyer's like backlist, and this is the only one I haven't read. So I'm about 150 pages in and I'm liking it. So I'm going to be reading this one tonight.
Awesome. Rain, you're next.
Well, this is going to come as no surprise, but I'm also reading the guest list. And I'm not very far, even though I started probably like 4 days ago, but I haven't got a lot of reading done lately. I just haven't had the time, but so far I'm enjoying it. Still just getting into it. Not a whole lot's going on, but I'm excited to see if I love it like everyone else. Oh yeah, my channel's Brews and Binds, and I read like mostly horror, mystery, thrillers. I'm like Crystal. I'll read it if it sounds good. So yeah.
Man, I should just pull out my copy of the guest list and start reading it right now. Next. Kiera, can you hear me? You're next.
Sorry, my internet is really slow and it was lagging. But so I'm Kiera from the channel Kiera Foster, and I guess like a lot of people on here, I'll read pretty much anything on my channel. I talk about all kinds of books from every genre. I'd say probably I just like books that are a little bit darker. I don't really read much fluffy contemporary. I like things that are a little bit more dark. And as Molly has already mentioned, I'm going to be reading Salem's Lot by Stephen King, which is a book that we're bloody reading together. I'm really looking forward to it because it's the first Stephen King I've picked up since October, and I read quite a few of his books last Halloween and really liked them, but I've been wanting to get back into them, so I'm excited to get into this one today.
Awesome. Man, so many people are like obsessed with Stephen King now. Chloe, you're next.
Hi guys, my name is Chloe. I run the booktube channel Brunette Bibliophile. I read a lot of contemporary. Recently I've gotten into adult rom-coms, and I'm currently reading The Selection by Kiera Cass. This is my third reread of this book. And then if I finish this tonight, I'm going to start The Elite. And mostly on my channel, besides contemporary books, in the next coming weeks, you're going to see a lot of vlogs for readathons, because the readathon that I host, Readorama, is going to be starting soon. So I've got a lot of stuff with that coming up.
Awesome. Simone, you're next.
Hi, I'm Simone from the channel Chasing Pages, and I typically read fantasy and sci-fi and thriller. And today I'm going to be reading To Kill a Kingdom by Alexander Christo. I'm not that far, so I don't really have many thoughts. I just know it's about sirens, so I'm excited.
That cover looks nice. I love blue books. Marcy, you're next.
Hey guys, I'm Marcy from Marcy Reads, and I usually read a little bit of everything, but predominantly in the horror genre. I love horror so much, but today I'm actually reading fantasy and I'm diving back into the world of the Hunger Games. This is my second reread of this, and I'm just 20 pages in, but in preparation for the new book, which I am super excited about.
Awesome. And Chanel.
Oh, I don't know why I flinched when I heard my name. Okay, so I don't know if I'm like lagging or anything, but if I do, it's me because my internet is really stupid today. But I'm currently reading Again But Better by Christine, who like everybody already knows. She's my queen. And I'm like almost halfway through, and like I said, she's my queen. So I'm like, it'll either be 1 star or 5 stars. Because I'm trying to be loyal because I love her so much. But like, ooh, like, you know, when you read something that someone like you really like wrote and you're just kind of like, so that's kind of where I am. I like the story and I feel like I relate to the main character a lot, but I just can't tell if this is like fiction or nonfiction. I don't know if anyone's read it. But yeah, everything I'm reading, I'm like, did this happen to Christine? Like, I'll go to her Instagram and I'll be like, well, the timeline matches.
Yeah, I haven't read it.
I'm going
but
crazy. Anyway.
That's what I've heard a lot of people say is they feel like they're reading like a book about Christine.
Exactly, like literally. Okay, this isn't a spoiler, but like the main character's channel or like her blog name is like French Banana 19. And if you know Christine's channel, it's literally like Poland Banana, or like her channel is like French Watermelon and Christina's like Poland Banana. So it's the same thing. And I'm like, I'm stressed. Is this real life? So anyways, yeah, I just want to finish it because I want to be loyal, but I also need to use my brain cells. So I don't know what's going on. Anyways, yeah, that's me.
You're cracking me up. I actually saw her when I went to BookCon last year, and she's just as like beautiful in real life as she is on BookTube. Like, she's like always so happy and always smiling, and like, she's awesome.
Me. I don't know. I'm hoping like her second book is not as self-inserty as this one is, because you know, like with your first book, you might like if it's contemporary, I feel like there's a high chance that you're gonna self-insert a lot. So I'm like, she's already done all the inserting. I don't think anything else could be inserted into any other book. So I'm waiting for the next one.
I mean, they say write what you know, so
exactly. Yeah.
All right, so I think that was everybody except for me. So I'm Jacqueline from We Be Bookin', obviously the channel that you're on, but I read mostly thrillers or like really crazy wrong books, and then also like some romance, and then just a little bit of like dystopia / sci-fi. Right now I am, what page am I on? I'm 157 pages into the Roanoke Girls, which I posted earlier on Instagram, and like everyone has been like blowing up my Instagram saying that like they're so glad that somebody is finally talking about this book. And like, yeah, I'm actually surprised that I haven't heard much about this book. I actually saw it on Book Outlet like a couple months ago, and I was gonna get it. And then like a lot of people said that it wasn't that good, or the ratings might have been low on Goodreads. I can't remember, but I ended up not getting it. And then I just swapped for this copy because I'm using it for a video that's coming out next week. But this book is so good, and I like made myself stop reading it earlier today because I wanted to make sure that I was gonna read it here on the live show, because I didn't want to have to start a brand new book. I hate starting a brand new book on the live show. But this is like a really messed up, cultish, like forbidden romance thriller. And so, yeah, I'm loving it, of course, because I love dark things. And it's pretty small. It's not even 300 pages. It's like 274 pages or something. So it's like really easy to read, really easy to fly through, but it's like so messed up and dark, and I'm loving it. So really excited to I don't think I'll be able to finish it here on the live show, but I'm really excited to like update my thoughts more once we're done reading for an hour. Yeah. So if you guys, if anybody has read it in the comments, like would love to hear what you thought about it.
I need that book. I saw you post about it today and I added it to my wish list because the description sounded amazing.
Yeah.
I hauled it back in January and my cousin watched my haul video and she bought it and read it already and she loved it. So now it's on my TBR for this month because she read it and then I saw that you were reading it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to get around to it really soon. It sounds so good. I heard it. I had seen it around on BookTube like maybe a year ago. Like I'd seen a few BookTubers talk about it, but I haven't seen like a whole lot since then. But
yeah, I'm not sure when it was published because I mean, it definitely wasn't out like, yeah, this year. I'm not sure what year it was.
Did it have that
2017.
other cover? Didn't it have a different cover?
Yeah, I think it has like a tan cover with a picture frame in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I remember. And I agree with you, Raina. I saw it
Raina.
a long time ago. Yeah, that one. I saw it a long time ago when people were reading it and I added it to my wish list. So then when Jacqueline told me she was reading it, I was like, I've been wanting to read that book.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited to finish it. And it looks like, oh, I didn't realize that this author had a new book. I'm going to have to go check that out.
Yeah, it's called The Familiar Dark. It was on my most anticipated releases, but I think it's about like a woman whose young daughter's like murdered on a playground. And then I think she like goes after the person that did it or like looks into the murder or something like that. I don't know, but it sounds really good. I think it comes out. I don't know if it already came out yet or not.
I think it came out already because I got a galley for it and I was supposed to
I think so too.
read it.
I got one too.
And I didn't read it, so.
Good. I'll have to add it to like my Amazon list or see if I can swap for a copy or something like that. Cause yeah, I think that I'm really going to like this book. Like obviously I haven't finished it yet, but I feel like I'm like at the top of the roller coaster right now. And I cannot wait. So I'm really excited for that. So we are going to start reading for an hour. So everybody that is watching us, like we all mute ourselves. And so it is quiet, but you can always mute if you think that we're gonna accidentally, I don't know, say something. But we read for an hour and we'll come back or unmute after an hour. So that'll be technically 8:50 Eastern Standard Time, my time, but I'll put it in the comments so you guys can find out what time we're coming back. And then we chat for a little bit about what we've read. And then you guys can update us in the comments as well. So we're gonna read now. Okay. How is everybody?
I'm good. I'm dying to hear how your book is.
Oh my gosh, I literally have 30 pages left, and I was like, I'm so into it, and I like feel like so sick, like just reading about it. Like, oh, it's so bad. Like, it's almost like you know how like Pretty Girls is like so dark, like you just like want to keep reading more and finding out more, but you're just like, I can't believe people do this. Like, I just want to throw up.
Yes.
That's how I feel about this book.
That's that movie. That's that movie that you recommended me. I still haven't finished it because I'm like, I'm disturbed. I'm triggered. I'm triggered.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, oh, it is like, it's so good, even though you pretty much know like what is happening throughout the whole book, but it's still like, you just like, I just have to keep reading more and more because like, I just cannot believe like there are actual people in the world that are like this and that do this. And like, just the whole concept of like cults and how they like follow each other and like how like no one like, you know, I just want to like scream at the characters in this book and be like, why are you not telling people that like this is happening to you? Like, why are you not doing this? But it's like, that's how cults are. And like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I have 30 pages left of the Roanoke Girls.
Are you going to finish it tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to finish it as soon as
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. It's like so good, but like, it is not for everybody. Like,
yeah,
I could see, like if you don't like inappropriate things happening, like don't read it. There's like a lot of trigger warnings and stuff in it. But yeah, I'm just gonna go throw up later.
Since you enjoy the cult aspect of that, I actually have like a horror book recommendation for you, just in case you want to try it. It's called Within These Walls by Anya Alborn, and it has a huge like cult aspect about it. Like, I don't know, maybe if you want to look into it, try it out. I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I think when Gwen and I were doing our live show like last week, I think someone, did you talk about it, Gwen, or someone?
No, it was someone else. Yeah.
Yeah, because I added it to my Goodreads.
Oh, good.
I'm adding it now.
Yeah, so I'm going to yeah, I'm starting, I have like a million notes of like video ideas that I have now because of this whole like cult thing that's going on. So
yeah,
I'll add that to my list for a future thing.
Awesome. Excited to see what you think of it. I read it last year and I really liked it.
Nice. Ashley, you are first or next or whatever, if you want to update us on.
Okay, yeah, I didn't finish it, but it's so good and it's so funny. Like from page 1 of this book, I was like, I'm reading The Duchess Deal for those who don't know in the comments, but it's and it's a historical romance, but the two main characters, they are just hilarious. And then there's a third character that gets introduced about like halfway through, and he's like a kid and he's funny too. Like, I just love it. I hope all of her books are like have a little bit of humor, because like, I don't know, I find myself like, I'm a funny person, so I like reading funny things. So I don't know. It's really good though. And I highly recommend it. And Jackie, you have to read it. so you can participate in the Boozin event for the book club. So
I know. I mean, I still want to be there for that like party in the book club, but like I don't know if I have time to read it by then.
Yeah, and then Jess over there from Reading with Jess was making fun of the cover again because I said the book was funny. I was like, no.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Oh my gosh, everyone in the comments is saying that we should have a cult readathon, and I would totally do that, but I don't know if there's enough content. Like, I don't know if there's enough cult books to like.
But we talked about that when we did our dry life show.
There has
to
be.
Yeah,
there is for sure. I mean,
definitely.
Where did Marcy? Oh, Marcy left. I was gonna say Marcy would probably have some recommendations. Yeah, if you ask some of the horror readers out there, I'm sure you could find plenty of cult books.
Yeah, but to have like a yearly readathon, I don't know. I feel like I would run out of books.
It could be a one time.
Yeah.
Like a week. Something.
Just for fun, like
ask would
Go ahead.
maybe be for Paperback Dreams, because I know that like 85% of what she reads is horror. So I think that would be like a good person to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jessica, you're next.
I read about 65 pages of City of Brass, and it's really good. There's like magic carpets and gin, and I'm enjoying it. They did introduce a new like character's perspective, which I wasn't expecting, so it took me a little to get into because it was like 50 pages in, we got a new perspective, but I really like it so far, so I'm excited to read more.
Awesome. Magic carpets. It's like Aladdin, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not a fantasy reader, so I'm like, okay, Disney, cool.
It feels like right now, so.
Yeah. Emily, you're next.
So I was reading Heartless, and I read about 60 pages and then I had to stop reading because I thought I was going to fall asleep. But not because of the book, just because of the time difference. I feel like I'm finding this one more difficult to get into than Marissa Meyer's other books, just because it's a Alice in Wonderland retelling about the Queen of Hearts, and because it's like kind of, it says it's a romance, but I have a feeling like she's not going to end up with the person she's in a romance with because it's a retelling and I know how the story ends. So I'm kind of finding it hard to get into because of that. But I like the writing style. I'm just finding it difficult because I feel like I know how it's going to end. So yeah.
Honestly, my boyfriend read Heartless too, and he's read everything that Marissa Meyer has, and that's his least favorite out of all of them.
Oh,
Like,
really? Okay.
I'm a huge Marissa Meyer fan, but that was his least favorite.
Yeah,
I can
I'm
see
a
it being
huge
that
fan
way
of
for me
hers as
too.
well, but I didn't like it that much either.
You guys
Okay.
are talking
I just read that in my recent BookTuber's Choice, and I had to DNF it. Well, no, I didn't DNF it. I gave it a 3, I think. I was close to DNFing it though. I didn't though, but it was just
think I'm, like,
average for me.
210 pages in. So I feel like I'm far enough in now where I'm going to have to finish it just for the satisfaction. But yeah, I think it's going to be my least favorite.
Yeah, I DNF'd that, so.
Oh, did you?
Marissa Meyer is a really good writer, but I
Yeah.
don't know what it was about that book that just, it might have been the audiobook because that's what I was listening to and I just couldn't stand it. But yeah, I've heard that that's like her worst one out of like everything that she's
Yeah. I do feel like it's because it's just a foregone conclusion, like how it's going to end. Like obviously Renegade series is totally a different world. It's not a retelling, so you don't know what's going to happen. And the Lunar Chronicles is kind of, even though it's fairy tale retellings, it's in a completely different world and you don't know how it's going to end really. But this one, I just feel like I know how it's going to end, so.
Yeah.
Chanel, you're actually next.
Cool. Okay. So I read like 50 pages and I'm very confused about how I feel because I think that the book is super, for everyone who like joined late, I'm reading again but better. I feel like the book is, it's really dramatic. There's a lot of things that are happening that I just feel like that was a little weird, but at the same time I feel like I can relate to it a lot. But I'm still, as I'm reading it, I'm still like, did Christine experience this? I just feel like this whole book, I don't know. I don't know what to think because it's very like, you know, when you read something, you just know that the author is just being very relatable and it just kind of feels genuine, but you're also like, this is everything in here is just so relatable that there's almost no substance. So I don't know how I'm feeling about it. It's like really entertaining and that's why I'm reading it so quickly, but I just feel like, yeah, it's just, I'm a loyal fan. That's all I'm saying.
That's funny. I know it is, I guess, hard to read books that are written by people that you know, especially.
It's so hard. And she just like came out with a video today because it's like the 1-year anniversary and it's like, man, I can't even watch that until I finish this.
Yeah, I saw her picture on Instagram of her like sitting on all of her books.
Yeah.
I thought, are those all the ones that didn't sell?
Oh my gosh.
I just wondered.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Simone, you're next. We'll just end it there.
So I got like 30 more pages into this, so I'm still not that far in. I just couldn't really concentrate because my roommates were being pretty loud and obnoxious. But this is really like, it's really reminiscent of like The Little Mermaid. I feel like a lot of the plot is kind of the same, which I'm pretty sure that's on purpose. But yeah, it's pretty good so far.
I was muted. Sorry. I love all your lights and like plants on your wall in your background. It looks
Thank
awesome.
you.
You're welcome. Gwen, you're next.
OMG. I really tried to read some more of this. I read 30 pages and I had a really rough day today. So I don't know if I'm just distracted with other things or this book really does suck that bad, but I'm going to go with what my friend Molly said. And she said, try it again tomorrow. And I told her I'd give it like another 50 to 100 pages and it might just be getting the axe. So that's all I'm going to say. I feel like nothing's happening. I feel like it's not because I didn't read the synopsis other than like a brief, I knew it was about sisters and, something that happened a long time ago, but then I didn't know it was going to be about this other thing. And I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. So
Yeah, maybe you should just DNF it and move along.
I feel like that. Yeah.
I honestly
Don't struggle.
I don't even think like the end is all that worth it, to be honest. Like, I don't even remember it that much. And I read it like 4 months ago. So
yeah,
I don't know.
So I tried.
I feel like
I'm on page 118. So what did you say?
I was just saying, I feel like when I'm struggling with, do I want to DNF a book? And then I do, I never regret that.
Right.
Never think, oh, I should have gone back. I just feel only freedom. So
yeah. Well, I think here's what's keeping me from DNFing it like right this second. When I read the first 50 pages, I was really into it. And then I read about like 30 pages before we came on here and I just wasn't into it. But like you guys know, I had a rough day. So I was like, maybe that's it. So then I was like, okay, I'm still going to try to read it. And now I'm on page 118 and I'm like, I still don't like it. So and I'm the same way though, Amy. Like if I DNF a book, I'm like, I DNF'd it. I don't even care. So I don't know. Like I feel bad, but I probably will
maybe
DNF it.
Give it a chance, pick it up tomorrow and see how you feel if you're 20,
like 50 more pages
in, and you're like, okay, it's just not happening. I think it's the book. Let it go.
Okay. Yep. Sounds good, guys.
If you feel like maybe it's you, that's okay. That's okay too.
Just do the whole it's you, not me. Do that.
Yeah, no guiltiness here. Don't feel guilty.
Like, don't take it personally, book. Me.
Don't take it personally.
Don't take it personally. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But you're getting unhauled. Yeah.
But bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Crystal, you're next.
Where am I? I am exactly 100 pages into the guest list. And I'm like conflicted. I don't know how I feel about it just yet. So I don't want to give away anything, but it's good. There's maybe like one character that I'm really interested in right now and her motives.
You're reading the guest list, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are you
We'll
interested
see.
in? I want to know if it's the same one that I'm interested in.
I like Olivia.
Oh, okay. Okay. She's
Yeah.
one of the ones that I like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm curious. We'll see.
You guys are all scaring me now.
Yeah.
It could just be me. I'm a little tough on books sometimes, so.
Me too.
I'm very judgmental when it comes to these stories.
I never thought I was until I started my channel. And then I'm like, wow, like when I'm editing, I'm like, I'm kind of Yeah, I'm a little critical. I didn't think I was. I thought I was like too nice, but I'm not.
When you do your wrap-ups at the end of the month and the majority are always 2 stars, it's like, ooh, I don't know. Something's wrong with me.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I like
Or
what
at the
I
end
like.
of the
You know,
year.
I can't help it.
Yeah, at the end of the year when I'm watching everyone's like like reading stats or whatever, and they include their like Goodreads, like, oh, Goodreads told me my average rating. I swear everyone's is so high, mine is so low. And I'm like,
Same.
yeah. Jess, you are next.
I am reading The Guest List. I was struggling really bad. I only read about maybe 30 pages. I think I've got through all the people so far. And I don't know. I'm not really enjoying it as much. I don't know if I had like a book hangover from reading 11/22/63 the past 2 weeks, but I don't know. I'm going to try to push through, but there's only 2 characters that I'm interested in, and that is Olivia and Jules. But yeah, so far it's okay. Hope you're not nervous.
Yeah, I am. Well, it's like I heard so much, like everyone was raving about it, and now it's like all of you guys are like, I don't know now. So
Yeah,
it's scaring me.
I mean, I'm only on page 42, so I mean, don't take my thoughts too seriously.
I think I'm just scared because it's my Booktubers and Brews live show pick. And I have not had a good book for that so far this year. I think out of the whole time I've been doing live shows, I think I started like last October or whatever. I've only had one book that I actually liked that was a 5-star, and all the others have been 2 and 3 stars. So that's why I'm nervous, because it's like I pick books that are hyped, and it's like I'm supposed to like them, and then I don't like them, and then I feel bad.
I will say though that it's a little cultish. I will give you a little bit of that. So,
ooh, okay.
So you might like it. It might be a good book to like follow up with what you're reading right now.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
It is a little cultish at some point.
Okay.
I did catch a little bit of that. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we'll see how it plays out.
That's good to know. Molly, you're next.
I got 35 pages into Salem's Lot and had to stop because I was going to fall asleep.
Poor thing.
And I want to like be able to actually like concentrate on it and fully take everything in, because it is a plot that really intrigues me, and I was just losing all focus, so I just decided to stop. But I don't really have any thoughts on it so far. I haven't read enough of it to have any. It's literally like a tiny bit into chapter 1, so.
I know, I always feel bad for you because you always have to like read when it's like time for bed. So it must be hard to like actually focus.
Normally I'm all right, but I think with Stephen King, where it's quite a lot sometimes, it needs a lot more of my focus.
Yeah.
But
Stephen King sometimes feels like a grandfather telling a story.
yeah.
Sophia, you're next.
Right, so I got to page like 80 of Hound of the Baskervilles, and it's just so good. Like, I know what's going to happen. It's a murder mystery basically, and I like know who did it, but I don't care. It's if you guys haven't read this, it's about this like house in the like English countryside that like this guy dies at, and basically everyone thinks this huge dog, this hound, like killed him, but Sherlock Holmes is like, no, we have to figure out like who actually did it. And it's just so good. I think, I don't know if I've read all of the Sherlock Holmes books, but I really want to. Like, there are some like the classics that I want to get into, but yeah, it's a favorite. It always will be.
Never read that book, Sophia. I've never read it, but I've seen the stage show. like 2 times.
Oh yeah.
So good. I love
is
it.
so good. I
Yeah,
feel
but I've never read it.
I can't remember like the TV show Sherlock if they ever did like a Hound of the
They
Baskervilles.
did. I think they did.
They did. Okay.
Well,
It's been a while since I
kind
watched
of.
it.
I watched the first 2 seasons of that, and I feel like there was maybe it wasn't that. I don't know.
I feel like I've seen a movie adaptation of it, and I can't remember like if it was Sherlock or if it was like something else, but
Like a BBC thing, yeah.
yeah, but they're really good.
Yeah, I loved it.
Amy, you're actually next.
Oh, okay. I feel like I was really distracted. I guess everyone sort of was feeling that tonight, kind of distracted and not able to read much. But I read like 13%, like 40-ish pages of Take a Hint, Danny Brown. And honestly, it was kind of, I feel like it was a little slow getting into, but like those last like 20, 25 minutes that we were reading started to pick up, because if you don't know, this has a fake dating trope. So if that's like your jam, that has that in it. And it's basically these 2 people end up like becoming a hashtag and like a viral phenomenon thing, but they're not actually together. And so they start fake dating because it benefits both of them. And so once that started happening and they really start like flirting and stuff, it's gotten a little better. It's not bad. It was just kind of taking me a while to get into it. So I'm like 31% in now. So
I think all of you guys' problems for not being able to focus is because you aren't reading cult books.
and we're not 75% into our cult books.
Right?
You're like reading the last little bit of your book.
I had no problem.
I had the book right here. I was like, should I have just picked this up? Because I was like so bored out of my mind.
You should have. You probably wouldn't have gotten far enough though. I feel like it really started picking up at like 40 pages. So you probably wouldn't have been able to like get far enough to like actually be like, okay, I need to finish this book ASAP.
It's not even that big of a book too. Like I could probably finish it.
I know.
Pretty.
It's only 274 pages. Like that is such a nice sized book. It's like perfect. But I'm sorry, Amy, that you aren't like super enjoying. Like it's just like okay. I feel like that happens
It's
sometimes.
fun. It's starting to pick up. It's not bad. It's just kind of a lot of like, setup. And then now we're going. Or into like some stuff.
Yeah. Chloe, you're next.
Okay, so I have 30 pages left in the selection, and I mean, this is one of like my top like 3 favorite series of all time. And it's always so fast paced, and I just knowing what's going to happen in the rest of the series is just what's killing me. Even though this is like my 3rd time reading the main 3, I'm just really excited to finish it. I'm definitely going to finish it when this is done. And I'm really excited to read all 5 books again, because for the last 2 I've only read them once through, so it'll be interesting to read them again.
I really liked the first book. Like I gave the first book 5 stars, but then like as it went on, I ended up not finishing this series, but as it went on, like I really did not like reading about like other people's perspectives in the one, because I thought that they were pretty. But I'm really excited for like actually watching the Netflix. Is it a show or a movie? I don't know which one it is, but
yeah, it's gonna be a movie. And honestly, I feel like this whole month, like I've picked way too many things to reread. Like I started this reread, and then my book club is reading her new book for May, and then I was like, I kind of want to reread The Hunger Games before the new one comes out. Yeah. And then with the whole Midnight Sun thing, with Midnight Sun, a friend of mine and I have planned like a whole like live show series for the summer where it's like we're going to read everything, which it's just very daunting, but I'm ready. It's just all about the time management.
Yeah. That's good that you're able to like reread. I can't reread things. Alex, you're next.
So I was reading A Court of Mist and Fury. I thought I was going to be able to finish it, but I didn't. I got 10 more % through it, and now I'm at 95%. So I'm really, really close to the end, but I am really enjoying it. I think it's going to be like a 4.5 star. If there's like some crazy twist at the end, then I might wind up giving it a 5 star, but I'm really, really liking it. And then hopefully my library has the third book, so I can just go ahead and finish out the series, but I am liking it.
Nice. It sucks to be like so close to finishing things. Like it's like there's two different perspectives of being on the live show. Like I hate starting a brand new book on the live show, but then I also hate being like so close to finishing it.
Right, because then you're
having to stop reading.
The hours up so that you don't have to wait to go finish it. So yeah, as soon as it's over, I'm
I was trying so hard, but I just couldn't pump out those last 30 pages.
I know.
Rain, you're next.
All right. So as you know, I was pretty bored. I do really, same thing as Crystal, like I really like Olivia's perspective. I like Jules as well because she's unlikable. So I'm interested in her character. But other than that, everyone else I'm kind of bored with. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm still going to push through. I am 100. Yeah, I'm at 99 pages. So I'm still going to push through. The whole reason I read this is because of Emily. So I want to know what Emily thinks because she's the reason why I really wanted to read this book, just watching her reading vlog for it. So yeah, I'm curious.
I really liked it towards the end. Like the first half of the book, I wasn't very hooked on it. I think it was quite slow and there was a lot of perspectives. Sometimes when there's loads of perspectives, I don't attach myself to any of them, like particularly. But then the last, I think it was the 100-page mark. The last 100 pages, there was just so many plot twists. And I found that it went from like a 2.5 star to a 5 star in like the last 100 pages. So I definitely think it's worth sticking with. Like, I'm a big fan of like DNFing if you don't think it's going to be worth it, but I really do think this one's worth it. I mean, I'm going to feel bad if you don't think it is, but I really like the last 100 pages.
I want to push through. I really do because everyone loved it so much. It's just, yeah, it was so hard to like really focus on it like during this.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know, tonight I'm going to try to read a little more if I can maybe get to like 140 or so pages and then see how I feel by tonight. Then I'll know if I'm going to DNF it or not. But I don't know. There are still a couple of perspectives I'm interested in.
I think it's hard because there's so many perspectives, and then also you don't really know what the mystery is until late on in the book. So that makes it hard to connect with on that level as well.
Right, exactly.
We're going to push through, Rain. We're going to do this. We're going to definitely push through. We're finishing this book.
Yeah, I really like I mean, I really liked it too. And I said before, like, it is slow when you get into all the perspectives. And I agree with Emily that like when you have so many perspectives, it's hard to attach yourselves to one of them or like maybe find a favorite. And even as you read, your favorite might change. But it was at the end, like, there's, you know, if you read a lot of like mystery thriller, it's like a whodunit, like a classic whodunit in my opinion. But I thought it was just so well done that it wasn't like predictable. Like I've been reading a lot of thrillers lately that have been predictable. So then when I picked that up, I was like, wow, I didn't predict everything. That's amazing. And like I said before, it reminds me of that show I was obsessed with, Harper's Island. So I really liked that. So I hope you guys end up liking it. But I mean, I understand people that don't. It's just not their thing. So
yeah, but I don't know. I don't think I can actually get book recommendations from you because I feel like we're pretty opposite.
I think we are as well, which is interesting because like when you recommend books, like I read The Last Mrs. Parrish because of you, and I really liked that. So
it's just funny. I feel like every time you say you're reading a book or I say I'm reading a book, you're like oh, I gave that 2 stars. And then I'm like, yeah, I gave that 2 stars.
And then like that other book that I read, I was like, ooh, but Jackie won't like this one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cracking me up. At least I know I'll just watch your videos and be like, all right,
take that
taking
one off the
all
list.
that off my TBR.
It's true. It's true.
Sorry, Rain, I think you were saying something.
No, I was just saying, like, I agree with Crystal in the chat when she was saying that she really liked the setting, like the atmosphere that was being created by the author. I really liked that. So I don't know. We'll see. It seems a little bit like the last few pages that I read, like it was getting kind of dark, which I'm super into. It's just, yeah, it's everyone has a secret. So it some secrets I'm kind of interested in finding out. Some of them I'm like, I don't really care that much. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Kiera, you're next.
Okay, so I made it through 70 pages of Salem's Lot, but I feel like I am going to have to go back and reread them because I just feel like I'm very confused about what's going on. There are like so many different perspectives and it's like setting up a lot of different characters and timelines, and so I feel like I am too tired to process what's actually going on right now. But it does seem like a really interesting book, and there are like 750 pages, so I'm only like at the very, very beginning, so I'm sure it will get better, but right now I'm just a bit confused.
Oh my gosh, that's such a huge book.
Yeah.
I'm like such a visual person, so like looking at a big book, I'm like, how many days is this gonna take me? Whereas like when I see small books, I'm like, that's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Or I like seeing where my bookmark is. Like I'm like, ooh, look at me, I'm at the halfway point, or like something like that. That's why it's hard, I think, for me to read like ebooks and audiobooks, because I can't. The percentage number just doesn't do it as much as like seeing like where you are in the book.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, I know, especially because you just read the whatever the date is, 11/22/63. Yeah.
Yeah, when I finally got to the end, I was like, wow. I just read that.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I think I have yeah. That's why I'm like, wow, I feel like I have like a book hangover, so I don't know.
I don't think I read anything like for a few days after I read that because I was crying for like 3 days.
No.
There's a show for it on Hulu, I think it is. 11/22/63.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the show before I even like read the book or anything. I didn't read the book yet, but like I've seen the show and it was really good.
Yeah.
The show is good.
I watched the show for the first 10 minutes and then I turned it off because I hated it.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally get, like, I mean, if you hate James Franco, because like he's not the best. But
I don't hate him. I just think his acting was god awful in the first 10 minutes, so I turned it off.
But I mean, I watched the show and I still really enjoyed it. My husband watched it with me. He enjoyed it. I still cried like a baby at the end. Not like I did with the book, though. Yeah.
I might try it again, but I just couldn't do it.
No, I get it.
I feel like I definitely have to read this book now because everyone just talks about crying, and I love crying while I'm reading a book. I know it sounds weird, but like if there's like something that's super emotional in the book, it makes me like the book a lot better, if that makes sense.
Oh, for sure. I think like the reason it's like probably one of my favorite books of all time, like, is it has like these historical elements that also has like a true crime element, which I'm super into. I understand if some people aren't really into those parts, but then like they're like, it's just really not like a super horror novel, like typical Stephen King. And it's just so well researched and just well written. Like all the characters feel like real people, and then you get so attached to them. It's so insane like how attached you feel. And people complain a lot about the length of it, but I feel like the length of it has a lot to do with the whole book as a whole, like you have to realize how much time has passed, so you have to get through all of those pages. So it's a long book for a reason. So to me, it's just so well crafted because of that. Like it's like a masterpiece to me. It'll be 5 stars forever. Like I don't know, even though I know people love Pet Sematary, typically people love Pet Sematary more. For me, it was 11/22/63 just because of the whole emotional aspect, but then also it's like, it's just, it's amazing. It's amazing. I don't know how to say it. I guess when you just like have a favorite book, you just want to say it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. But it just really is. And like, I know people say it's long and it's hard to trudge through, but at the same time, you're like, you have to realize that 6 years go by. Like it has to feel like a long time for a reason. So I don't know.
I'm just worried about, I guess, like the historical fiction aspect of it, because I don't like historical fiction if it's like super prominent in the book. Like the most historical fiction I've ever read was The Dream Daughter. So like I'm worried about that, because I do really want to read it. But I'm worried about the length, and if it has too much historical fiction in it, then I'm like not.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because it's historical fiction, and I mean, you're there, you're in the late 50s, early 60s, and for some reason I feel like a lot of historical fiction, maybe that I'm aware of, is set right then. Maybe, I mean, it's like you or 1800s, or like I don't see a lot of historical fiction, and even though I know it's historical, it feels more modern because it's the 60s and we're a little more familiar with that, maybe.
Yeah, like I feel like I just don't want to be reading about like, you know, World War II or whatever, so maybe the 60s would be better for me.
I mean it feels fairly, I mean, it's like, you know, like watching Mad Men or something. You don't feel like their life,
do you like that show?
Different from yours that you couldn't possibly relate. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
or plumbing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah. No, I totally understand that.
And like, honestly, in that book, you don't even, you don't feel it.
No,
like,
not at all.
You're not sitting here like, I'm reading historical fiction. You're so you're
invested
with the characters and their journey. That I mean, you're in history. Like the whole book is about him trying to stop JFK's assassination, but it's such a human story that you aren't thinking about that.
Yeah, there's so much more to it, and it doesn't feel that long. Like that's one of my favorite books.
It doesn't.
Really, it flies by because you get so invested in the characters. And you just love them so much. And I think that's what made me cry at the end, because I want more of those characters in my life so bad. Like just saying it, I'm tearing up right now.
I know, me too.
Stop. Now I just want to throw away my TBR and just read it. I can't do that.
I think because you spend a week, 2 weeks reading this big ass book. Like you are, sorry, I said the A word. Maybe we're gonna get
Kira's gonna be like inappropriate.
Forget the fact that I say the F word in my videos all the time. Whatever. Yeah, I feel like you spend so much time with them. It's almost like when you binge a show, you know, you spend a significant amount of time with these characters. Years. Like, I don't know, it's
true.
So is it like, it's like, I love the show This Is Us because I care so much about the characters. And so it's, I guess you're saying it's kind of written like that, but obviously in the 60s.
Yeah, it's a very human story. Like,
I like stuff like that a lot.
You care about Jake and, is it Sally? What?
Sadie.
Yeah, it's been like 6 years since I've read it, but it was a 5-star for me 6 years ago. It's so fun that you all are like reading it now. I'm like, that's one of my favorite books. I read it in like 2015.
I named my dog Sadie after the character Sadie.
Oh,
that's how much I love her.
Great character.
Amy's like, Throwback Thursday.
Yeah,
love
so
it.
that's the thing, like he goes back to the past to save JFK, so he also has to kind of build a life there too. So he's meeting
because he goes back
people.
in 58 and he has to be there for 5 years. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
exactly.
do you do? Like he builds a life.
And
Oh, stop now. Oh, that sounds so good.
It's so good.
You have to read
It's
it. You'll
not
like it.
just about that.
Yeah.
And they even go into like, why am I totally blanking on the murderer? His name.
Oh, Lee Harvey Oswald.
Thank you. I was totally blanking. Like they go into like his life and his family a little
And it's
bit.
all true. This is all
Yeah.
like the stuff about Leah Harvey Oswald is all true. And that's the true crime aspect that I love so much. Is like, those are things about Lee Harvey Oswald that I didn't know from things that I've researched myself.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he was like this with his like wife or girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
So like,
and they don't make him sympathetic, but like you get to know him and like his wife and like his a little bit, and you are sympathetic for those people, but it just kind of reminds you that he was a real person and that things happened to him as well. It doesn't make you say, oh, poor him, no wonder he, but it's just, there's such a, it's like you kind of already know, but I
oh crap.
Is that just me? Okay, so it's
no, I can't hear her
Are we
either.
losing
Yeah, I
Amy?
can't hear her
Okay.
either.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I saw Crystal unmute and I was like, ooh, I feel like we're about to say the same thing.
Yeah. I'm like, is it me?
Oh, she's frozen now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Amy.
Wow.
I bet she was making a great point.
Yeah.
Oh, there. I think she's back again. Are you back?
Okay, you have to repeat yourself.
Am I back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. My internet has been awful for days. It's kicked me off 4 times since we've been on here. And so you all froze up and I was like, it's getting ready to kick me off. And I could hear you guys, but you all were frozen. So I didn't say anything that interesting. You can all kick. I'm sure you heard all the good stuff. It's fine.
Right. Either way, Jacqueline should read it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
I really think you'll love it.
Yeah.
I guess I should. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like when I read it now, I should actually just dedicate a whole video to it.
Oh yeah,
But it's not going to be
Definitely
until
vlog
like
it.
it's it's not going to be this month. I can't do it this month.
Very soon.
Yeah.
And when you do read it, I liked the audiobook too as well on scribd. So
okay.
I thought it's very good acting. So
okay. I'll have to see. We're playing Bookopoly in my book club in June. So like I don't know if I can like fit it in there because then it'll take me forever and I won't get to roll for Bookopoly. But maybe I can put it in for July, which is kind of far away, but maybe I'll do it for July. We'll have to see. All right. Well, everybody that's in the comments, if you guys have any questions, like definitely throw them in the comments like now because we're going to be wrapping this up, but we'll be seeing you guys next week too. And then I don't have all of the details yet, but for those of you that are watching, I want you guys to start getting excited because I want to plan an actual like special birthday live show thing with everybody that's on here now or whoever can make it closer to the end of the month. And so, yeah, it's not going to be like where you guys have to read with us. It's literally just going to be like a big live show party and we're going to just drink and talk and you guys can ask us questions and all that. So I'm going to be working on the details. And so by next week, so next Thursday's live show, I'll have like all the details for you guys. So that way you guys actually know what's going on. And obviously I'll be talking about it in my upcoming videos and stuff, but I'm really excited for that because no reading or work involved, just fun. So yeah, but let's see. Let me check the comments and just make sure that there's no questions. Allie asked you, Jessica, what's the next romance you plan to pick up?
I'm mute.
You're muted.
The next romance I'm gonna pick up is probably gonna be Take a Hint, Danny Brown. I have an arc of that, so I'm excited for that.
Hey, text me or message me on Instagram or whatever when you start it.
I will.
I won't be that much ahead of you, so we can chat.
Well, I have to. This is 500 pages, so I have to finish this first. So.
Oh, never mind. I'll be done. But
Yeah.
still, please do tell me about it.
Yeah. It is next.
Paperback Puns asked if anyone's doing readathons this month. And I know some of you are doing the Asian readathon, correct?
I'm not.
Me and Chloe are doing Readerama.
I was just about to say I want to plug us.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Go
we're
for
doing
it, Chloe.
So we're doing round 14 of Readerama from Sunday, May 17th to Saturday, May 23rd. Round 14 is Read the Rainbow. So you can read a book for every color of the rainbow. And we have 2 bonus challenges. And then our graphic is on our Twitter, which is @Readerama. And we have a cool giveaway for either an Amazon gift card if you're US, or if you're international, it is a book up to $20 from the Book Depository, and that's going to be opening on the first day of the live show. And I'm really excited. We also host with Alex from Pucks and Paperbacks and April from April Sarah, and I'm just really excited.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a readathon, but I was gonna do Asian readathon, but with the way I'm like reading this month, I don't think that's gonna work. But what I am doing is kind of like a watchathon that goes with Asian readathon, and I'm just basically co-hosting with a bunch of. So I have like an Indian booktuber that I'm gonna like watch an Indian movie with, and then we're gonna like stream it and do like a Netflix party thing. And then
that's so fun.
Yeah, that sounds
so
cool.
we're like, it's super because I really love movies and I just wanted to do something that would be fun but also a live stream. So far I have someone, and I wanted to make sure I had someone who was from that ethnic group, you know, kind of like watching the movie as well. So
I like that.
Yeah, it's super. I don't know how the logistics are going to be, but it's going to be like a StreamYard thing and then a Netflix party so people can like watch the movie at the same time as we are. And then I'm going to just be like asking them, oh, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? So far I have someone who's Indian, someone who is Korean, and then someone who is Filipino. So yeah, if you guys know any Japanese booktubers, please let me know because I literally cannot find a single one.
My friend Kathleen is part Japanese. She does her channel is For the Love of Books.
For the Love of Books?
Yeah.
Okay, I will look her up because I think have gone to the crevice of this YouTube planet and I have not found anyone.
I can give you her Twitter handle because I think I saw your tweet and I sent it to her, and she was like in the middle of like her last final, so she was like, "Tell me in like 2 days."
Yeah. I'm not doing it until towards the end of May because I still have school until like mid-May. So yeah. But definitely please send me her handle.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We should actually, this is a good idea. We should do this at the end of the live show, is have you guys like kind of do just small announcements for anything that's happening like on your channels in the next couple of weeks, because that would be good for you guys to be able to get the word out, you know, in a different way than just like through the normal ways, obviously. So does anybody have anything else that they're working on, or readathons, or any type of live shows happening?
Rain says, pick me.
I do.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
The read along for Bunny starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're reading Bunny by Mo.
I'm
Yeah,
really
so excited.
interested in this.
I know you didn't like it, Gwen.
I'm
nervous.
invested.
Gwen, you rated it 1 star, so that means I'm gonna rate it 5 stars, right?
We know that Gabby liked it, Kayla liked it, you didn't like it. I don't know. I'm excited. I think I'll like it because I like really weird books.
Yeah, and it's really weird. I think that if you like really weird stuff and you don't need stuff to be explained, Jacqueline, and to make sense, that you might really like it.
It's for me.
So called out in every single Marco Polo that you said, and you're like, "Wow, somebody's not gonna like it, Jackie."
Bye, guys. I gotta go. My dog's gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh,
Bye.
So, Rain, your read along starts tomorrow, and how are you doing it? Like, where do people find the information for it?
Okay, it starts tomorrow. There is an announcement video on my channel, Bruised and Binds, but there's also one, Crystal, who just left. She's also co-hosting with me. And then there's Molly and Marcy and Kat, who are all from here as well, who are not here right this second, but they also have announcement videos. Oh, and Kiera is hosting with me too. She's right there. So she's here, but she's also got an announcement video, I think, in her TBR, right? Yes. So she's hosting with me. And then we have a Discord chat for those who are following along, who want to chat while you're reading. It's also going to be like separated into chapters too. So like no spoilers, so people can go in there wherever they're at in the book, they can talk about it. And then there's a live show on the 29th on my channel at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And that's about it. But if you want information about it as we get closer, you can check my Instagram. Yeah, what's up, girl?
Oh no, I just wanted to finish because I was reading the chat and I realized because Allie's not here, I just wanted to like remind everyone, if you are reading Little Fires Everywhere, there's that read along.
Mm-hmm.
They have their live show next Saturday, May 16th at 7 p.m. EST on Allie's channel, which is Mrs. Dunn Reads. Just wanted to announce that because she's not here. But yeah, there's that.
Thank you. And since Gabby's not here, she's actually having a thriller live show tomorrow night. I believe it starts at,
I think it's 7
is it
Eastern
4
Standard.
p.m. like Pacific time? Is that when it is?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
7 p.m. Eastern time, and I'm gonna be in it. It's like I think several of us are gonna be in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so she has
one hour is some of us, and then at 8 p.m. is another batch of people. So it starts at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so that's tomorrow on Gabby's channel. She wasn't here tonight, but she is doing her live show tomorrow. And it's just like, it's almost like how Jessica did with the romance. It's just talking about thriller books and thriller recommendations and stuff like that. So if you like that type of stuff, definitely watch tomorrow on Gabby's channel. Does anybody else have anything else? Any other announcements?
Yeah, I
Right.
have one.
Talked about this
Oh,
earlier.
you
real
do?
quick.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I mentioned this earlier, but I'm reading Clap When You Land this month, and I'm going to do my live show at the end of the month. So if you guys are reading the new Elizabeth Acevedo and want to chat about it, then I'll leave the link to my Twitter in the chat.
Nice.
And my book club, BookTube Chicks Book Club, at BookTube Chicks on Twitter. For May, we're reading The Betrothed by Kiera Cass. And then as like a side thing that's separate from the book club, one of the other hosts, Desiree, and myself are going to be doing a full reread of the Twilight books. And we haven't announced the live shows yet, but the first one is going to be on June 6th. And all that information is going to be at BookTube Chicks on Twitter. And then it's also unofficial through the BookTube Chicks, but we normally go on reading retreats a couple times a year, but because of everything going on, we're doing a virtual one, which it's not like official, like we weren't going to like put it out there, but if anybody just like wants to read for 3 days, then we're doing that as well next month.
Nice.
I will have a regularly scheduled video up tomorrow. I don't do anything special.
I love that. He's
That's really
regular
funny.
scheduled content.
I make videos on most Tuesdays and Fridays, unless I can't think of anything. But
That's what tag videos are for.
At least you have a
And that's
schedule.
what I
I'm
did.
like, it's 5 a.m. My
Perfect.
baby's
You got-
asleep. I'm gonna film.
Yeah. I don't even have a baby, Rain. I have zero excuse. I have no children. Just my own lazy butt. No, I'll just have a regularly scheduled video. I just participate in other people's cool ideas when they ask me, because the thought that I would create something and then no one would come is too terrifying to me. So I just hop on board other people's cool ideas, and I'm like,
we would all be there if you did something.
I know, you all are very sweet.
That was my worst fear.
Speaking of
about
cults, we're starting one.
This is the Read With Friends cult. It's already started. Jacqueline is our god.
Stop it. I have some good ideas, okay?
Yeah. Little did we know when we accepted that we were becoming part of
stuck forever
now. Yep.
Alrighty, well, we will see everybody, or most of us, next week. Same time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. So I hope that everybody had a good time. And wow, we didn't get like knocked off this time. That's so great. We have a full video for people to watch.
That's awesome.
Not off live yet. Don't, you've spoken too soon.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna end it. We're gonna end it.
Someone's gonna report you just for spite right now.
They really are. They're gonna be like, they were talking about cults. We can't have this up on YouTube.
That's of the devil. Report.
Yeah.
Like half of the time.
All right, if everyone wants to say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.